Hey Scruffy, how you doing? Didn't see much of you today. Do you like the weather? Is your fur tuft gonna fall off? It looks really loose. Ready for dinner? Yeah. So I got meaty pate with real chicken and kibble. Sound good? You have to look at your fur. You know if it's gonna fall off. That tuft is, just kind of flapping. Okay, well, let me pick up the food and bring it out. Yeah? No? Okay, well, I'm gonna start moving to bring out your food, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna open the door now. Ready? Okay, so I'm gonna grab the food. Ready for food? So yeah. So got your food. Okay, there you go. Okay, so I put the food on the table. Okay, get your water. Close the door. Okay, so now I'm gonna change your water. And see if I can see your fight wounds. Yep, your legs are blocking your chest. Okay. Let's put new water in. Okay. So I'm going to sit in the chair now and grab the glove. And I think something may have bit me in the glove. I have a cut or a bite or something on my thumb. I was feeling it last night. So I might need to get some flea killer, put it in the glove. So we'll see how I fare tonight without it. If it gets worse, I'm definitely spraying it. So I'm a little hesitant to spray in the glove just because there are like warnings about that flea spray that I bought. You're not supposed to make contact with it. It sounds kind of bad, kind of deadly. So it was supposed to warm up today, but it didn't really feel much warmer. But the sun did come out. So I was looking for Scruffy all day. I didn't see much of him. At one point he was near the railing, could only see him through a reflection. But he moved around, so I didn't see him most of the day. And I checked his sleeping spot, or his new sleeping spot, and didn't see him there either. But with the sun out, I kind of expected him to be out in the sun. His ears flipped. So I went for a run today. So I wore all the heavier clothing because, yeah, it felt kind of cold to me. And there was a little bit of a wind. So I checked the weather report, and yeah, it's supposed to continue warming up, I think, but yeah, I think 2 days from now the wind's supposed to pick up quite a bit, so we'll probably have more small craft advisory type things. So anyway, on my run, I was doing my 4 laps, so I guess I'm kind of standardizing on 4 laps now instead of 3. So that's comes out to about 6 2/3 miles now instead of 5. So I seem to be just naturally or instinctively running the first lap much slower than I usually am. So, but then my second and third lap seem to be much closer in time than slowing down instead of slowing down a lot. So so my first lap wasn't a slow time, but it was definitely probably like a minute off my better times. But it's still faster than usually how I do my second and third laps. But yeah, today my second lap came in very close to my first lap. I think it was probably 30 seconds or even less than that difference. And then I think my third lap was actually probably, I think, within another 30 seconds to a minute difference from the previous. So altogether, those 3 laps, that was probably on par with my best time. I don't keep that well track of my times, so I'm just kind of ballparking it, but I think, yeah, it was definitely like about where my best times are. So unfortunately, my last lap, my fourth lap, yeah, I did slow down a bit, so, and I was feeling it. I was like, I'm struggling to get this last lap done, especially after that last mile. So time-wise, yeah, I dropped a couple minutes, I think, on that last lap. So all in all, actually wasn't too bad of a time since my earlier laps did really well. And all things considered, that fourth lap was a pretty good time for me. Usually that fourth lap, I generally haven't been taking it too seriously. Unless I'm just, it was kind of an extra thing, and it was like, yeah, I just want to make it. I don't really care how fast. But now that I'm kind of doing it a little more consistently, starting to track the time a little more. So yeah, basically, I was getting faster at my 3 laps, and I kind of wanted to add back some time. Just try to burn enough calories. So my concern was that my body may be getting slightly more efficient, so I'm not burning as many calories, and then since I'm finishing faster, I'm not burning as many calories. So if I add back, or if I add another leg to the run, it gets me back to what I was doing when I was starting out a few months ago. I wouldn't call it starting out, but started my diet a few months ago, so I was running before that. It's just yeah, the diet wasn't working for me. I had to change it. Plus, I wasn't losing weight; I was gaining it. Okay, I think I went long on the petting here, so you probably want your food, right, Scruffy? You've been really good, so I'll get your food, okay? Let's get your food. You've been waiting long enough. Okay. And I'm going to grab the brush. Okay. So on my way home from the run, I saw Boots in front of somebody's house. He seemed a little on guard, so he was a little postured when I passed him. We weren't that close. Boots is usually pretty laxed, so that did surprise me a little bit. I didn't see any obvious battle wounds on him, so I don't know if he got in a fight with Scruffy or not. If he did, it doesn't show it. Scruffy was probably the loser. I'm going to switch brushes. Okay, flip the brush over. Got his tail a little bit. I'd still like to get under him, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Okay, I think I'm done. So I'm about out of fresh vegetables, so I need to go grocery shopping probably tomorrow. 2 days from now at the most. Still haven't ordered cat food from Walmart. Gotta do that too. I'm still holding out for a re-inventory of special dark Hershey syrup. But yeah, it's not looking promising. Though apparently they do have a bottle in the store, so if I went to pick it up and not order by shipping, I probably could get it. The problem is the Walmart's not very close to me, so it's kind of a drive. I don't really want to go out that far. I don't know if I want the chocolate syrup that much. So I found a couple other brands. They look kind of fancy, a little more expensive too. Don't know if they're any good. It might be worth trying. And I checked the airlines again for flights, just out of curiosity, even though I kind of resigned to not doing it. It looks like a seat opened up on the flight that didn't have any departure flight. That basically, there's only one time I can go. I have to go really early in the morning and come back really late at night. And because they don't have enough flights anymore, basically there's one flight I can get. And originally it was booked. But yeah, it looks like there's one seat available now. But the flight is so early, and the return flight is so late. I don't know. I don't know if I can pull it off. So I'm worried about driving while I'm exhausted, because I'm going to have to drive to the countryside in the rental car and back. And it's going to be a really long day. I'm not a very good driver. And then the flight's not cheap either. And it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get the voucher. So I'm going to have to pay full price. And the fact is, yeah, they're social distancing at the memorial. I'm not going to be able to host any family or guests because after the event, no reception or anything. So a big part of me feels like I should be there, but another part of me is just I don't know if I can pull this off. So I'm gonna mull it over. Personally, I've been mulling it over for the past couple hours now. So if I check now, the fight could be gone. So. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to make the decision, because if I do it, I have to still book a rental, figure out those logistics. I'll figure out the insurance situation. I don't know what my insurance situation is with rentals. Then I'll have to get a phone, SIM card, and service. So I'll have to go back to Target or something, get those SIM cards up real quick. Activate them. And I remember last time I tried activating the SIM card, there was a problem. I think it took a couple days for the activation to work. So that was actually really jarring, because I waited till the very last moment, and so I was worried that the card wouldn't work and I had to leave on my trip. So I won't wait till the last minute, but we're already kind of on that borderline. And then I don't know what else I have to do. I don't have to pack much. It's basically a one-day trip. Come in, come out. So it's not like I have to bring much. So I guess we'll play passport. So I had that. I signed up for that TSA pre-check 2 years ago. Yeah, it's about 2 years ago. Yeah, it's actually tied to that voucher. So that whole screw up with business, and then canceling the flights, and then that's how I ended up with the voucher, because it was a non-refundable flight. But after that incident, so I've never been very good at flying. I hate security checkpoints. I hate all the just stress of making sure you packed everything, and don't forget anything. And yeah, I guess I complicate my life more because I'm like, well, the last person in the world doesn't have a cell phone, so a lot of these things I gotta prepare everything in advance, and I gotta walk through everything in my head, because I don't have the big safety net of the cell phone and all the other modern conveniences, so. And then I don't have anyone I can easily call if I do screw up or something. So I'm on my own. So and then going to the airports and then going through security. Usually I'm traveling alone, so. When I was doing the business, I had to bring computer equipment and stuff like that. So I'm quite aware of a lot of the scams and thefts that happen in airports. I had the misfortune of watching a television show called The Real Hustle. It's a British show, but basically it was run by two former scam artists, and the show is basically kind of a reality. I wouldn't call it a reality show. Though it has a lot of those elements, but basically they recreate real scams, kind of like a candid camera type thing, and run it on actual people. And basically they're teaching you how the scams work. And so I've seen like the airport ones and how they steal luggage. So I'm really paranoid. So I got the TSA pre-check to help speed up some of my misgivings about being away from my luggage and all that other stuff. Just get through the checkpoint faster. So I guess that's it for Scruffy. It's not scratching the deck. It's not coming back. Not going the other way. So I guess that's it for tonight. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.